Surprise! I have locks. So I kind of got my locks on a whim. I didn't really research or try to figure out who to go to or how to maintain them or anything. My sister and my mom had or have locks, and I have other family members who had and have locks, and so it wasn't really a foreign thing. It was more like, am I willing to devote myself to one style for a long period of time? And I was kind of opposed to it because I was loose natural, and so I wasn't really interested in sticking to one style. I wanted to be versatile. While I was trying to be versatile, I was actually wearing the same hairstyle over and over again, and that's my old trusty roll, tuck, and pin. And I noticed that my edges were thinning out, and then the middle of my hair was thinning out too, because I was rolling it around the outside like a crown around my head. Every weekend I would wash my hair and put my hair in the same style, and I thought it was easy because when I would go to wash it again, it would kind of be in the same pattern, all the hair going the same way, and so it wouldn't really be tangled. And I was like, psh, I don't even have to detangle my hair, and so I'm just going to do it like that again, so that when I go and wash my hair I don't have to worry about detangling for hours. So that was my go-to style. And then once I saw my hair thinning, I started to put my hair in 2-strand twists all over, and it was okay. I was always having trouble up in the front, and I still do, even with my locks, and I'll talk about that later on. But the twists in the front were always short and stringy looking and unraveling. So I didn't really like that style, and I kind of would switch in and out between roll, tuck, and pin and 2-strand twists. And then I started wearing wigs, and in my last video you'll see that I had a wig on, and I kind of like that one. I wore it for a while, and it was very easy to, you know, just put on and go. And sorry, that's my dog, he's being very rude. And so I had the same hairstyle, and I wasn't being versatile. So my mom suggested several times, she's like, why don't you just lock your hair? You ever thought about locking your hair? And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. That's too permanent. I want to, you know, just in case I want to do a different style with my hair one day down the line, years from now, it seemed I can actually do that, but with locks I won't be able to do it. That was my mindset. But months went by, and I was still not doing anything different with my hair. Even going to somewhere special, I was doing the same roll, tuck, and pin style, or wearing a wig. So I got kind of to a low point in my life, and I didn't feel like dealing with needing to wash my hair, detangle it. Even though it was kind of easier to detangle, I still had to detangle. I didn't feel like dealing with that, taking forever to do my hair, and then just feeling the dread of going to wash my hair because I knew it was going to take me all night. So I said to myself, I'm going to give locking a try. I'm going to install locks and see if my life will be a little bit easier, and that'll take one of the stressors in my life away. So I got my locks installed in the beginning of November, and it was by a loctician in the area, the same one who installed my sister's locks. So once I decided I wanted to install my locks, I just called her and asked her what the name of her loctician was, because I know she had a good relationship with her. So I went there to her house. It was in the evening, and she washed my hair. Or did I? Yeah, I washed my hair before I went, and she just started installing, and she did them kind of small, but she used comb coils to lock my hair. So my hair was in a bunch of coils, and all throughout the video I'll insert pictures of different stages of my locks up until this point. So the first day it was all coils. It looked so pretty, like a little girl when they have their little coils. And when she first had them in, she would use a comb and comb it but twist it at the same time all the way to the end of the hair. And she would use some type of, well, she used the Zeresh locking cream or gel or something, and it felt sticky afterwards. Like, it felt like whatever it was like a really sticky cream or gel. And she had the pins in, and she had to go do something like in the middle of doing my hair, so I was taking pictures and everything, because they were like hitting my shoulder. My hair was kind of long. They were hitting my shoulders, and I was like, oh, my hair is so long. I got a little bit of hang time. But when she came back, she was like, girl, those ends are dead. So she cut them all off. My hair was so short, and I was so sad. As soon as I got out of the dryer, I was under there for like 20 minutes. My hair was all shrunken up. I was like, I look like a child. While she was doing my hair though, when she got up here and I was telling her about this area up here, that it's weak, my hair is always breaking off here, it's really thin, it's stringy, my scalp is very tender, I had dandruff real bad up in the front, and it itches sometimes. Like when my hair gets dirty and it's time to wash it, this is the area where it itches the most. I've gotten some products that I use to control that, but and I'm trying to also change my diet so that I hopefully can change what's going on up here. But as she was twisting it, she said that, she asked me, was I stressed out? And I said, yeah. And she said, yeah, this area is a stress area, and I can see that your hair is growing in different directions. It's not growing straight out. Your scalp is growing like to the left or to the right. I was like, that's weird. I never heard that before from anybody, not even watching YouTube videos. Never heard that before. And I actually never heard anybody talk about having tenderness on their scalp or being tender at it. I guess it's just not a common thing. It's just something that I'm dealing with. So she said when my locks grow and the hair grows, the hair might grow into another lock that's next to it, where it should grow into the lock that it's in, or that it would grow into. It might grow into another lock. And that did happen, and I saw that all around my whole head. But what actually happened is these locks up here never locked. Over the whole 3 months, these locks, at least like right here, and I'll show you pictures, they never locked. I had to interlock them myself, and I did that like last weekend. The initial installation was $85, and she told me to come back in 3 to 4 weeks, and that would be $65. So it's like, wow, that's a lot of money. Actually, I didn't have a hair bill, and now I have a hair bill. So with me wanting to come away from natural hair because of the problems that I was dealing with, you know, just stressing about detangling and not having time or the interest to style it, now I'm running into another issue where I have to pay money that I wasn't paying to get my hair done and maintained. So I went back 3 times to get my hair twisted, retwisted by her, And the fourth time, I ain't feel like having the money to get my hair retwisted. So I just didn't go, and I tried to do it myself. Went on YouTube and learned how to do it. And I also paid attention while she was doing my hair. So the first week after I got my hair locked, you know, I was home taking pictures, trying to get used to the new look because it looked really thin to my head, and it was just something totally new that I wasn't used to. She told me not to get my hair wet because that would, you know, make it puff up and unravel. So I wore a shower cap in the shower, which I always did, and I just tried to be careful with it. The back though, I was kind of, after a while, I was really wanting my hair to lock because she said that it would take about 6 months for them to totally lock. I'm at 3 months though. But my hair is still budding, and that's a phase that locks. That's a phase that your hair can be in when you're locking. There's 4 phases. I'll talk about that later. But I was trying to be rough on my hair a little bit, especially in the back, making it rub up against my shirt or my scarf so that it'll tangle up and mat up, and it worked. The next time I went back, she said, your hair is locking already. I was happy about that because I was like, yeah, I made that happen. I needed to wash my hair. I was used to washing my hair every week. So once a week, usually on the weekend, I would wash my hair. And I couldn't do that. And I think my hair is used to being washed once a week. So it started itching at the end of the first week. And it was getting a little fuzzy too. But I tried to hold off. I did wait, I think, like 3.5 weeks or 4 weeks or something like that. And it started to get really fuzzy around that time and flaky, and I didn't really know what to do. So I just wore hats all the time for like a week and a half. I wore hats. I had got some dad hats, a winter hat, and good thing I was able to wear hats at work because I don't know what I would do. I probably would have wore a headband or something. But I tried to make it work with the hats. Once I went the second time to get my hair retwisted, she did use the comb to coil again, and this time she used the rolling too because, like I said, the ends had already started locking. So she would comb what was coming loose on the locks. She would comb, let's see, she would comb this part. This part was already locked, let's say. She would comb this part and twist it so that it would lock. I think I'm untwisting my lock. So that it would be twisted again to the root and look neat and stuff. As she was retwisting my hair, the front, everything else was pretty much locked for the most part. The front part, afro. She could comb right through it. And I was asking her, like, how long is it going to take that to lock? I said 6 months, 6 months, just about. And I'm thinking about it, there's some white people who lock their hair and their hair actually locks. So I'm trying to figure out why this was taking so long and was it ever going to lock. So I just needed to be patient. That was one of the things that I was dealing with, patience. So I went back a third and fourth time to get my hair retwisted by my loctician, and the front was still not locking. It was maybe one coil that started to lock on the end, but other than that, everything else was coming loose easily. And so she would always comb it out and then retwist it. And I'm like, how is that making any progress? Because you're combing it out, which is making it start over. So after the fourth time, like I told you, I decided not to have the money anymore and spend it on something else that I needed to spend it on and do my hair myself. So I went on YouTube, and Fatty Patty, she's one of the YouTube lock gurus that I watched, and there was a few other, I'll put them in the description or I'll put them on the screen or something, who have locks, long locks, have experience, do other people's locks. And so I looked at some of their videos to get some advice and inspiration. And also just to, because even after I got my locks, maybe the first 2 times, I didn't go on YouTube. I don't know why. I just wasn't really interested at the time to inform myself and to see other people's experiences having locks. I just listened to what my loctician told me. But I started to venture out and see what other people were dealing with their locks, and it was insightful, and it was nice to see other people, you know, successfully have grown out their locks and talk about their early stages and talk about the different stages that you go through when you have locks. Once I started doing my own hair, this allowed me to wash it whenever I felt like it. I tried to wash it every 2 weeks, try to make it stretch that long. This go round, because I know my hair is looking real fuzzy, I washed it last weekend, and it's Saturday now, so it's been a week, and I'm gonna try to make it last until next weekend to wash it again and retwist. I do fear traction alopecia. I met this lady at the store, and she talked about how she was diagnosed with traction alopecia, and her hair was her locks were pretty long. She said she had thinning, and I can see that her hair was thinning at the scalp from being twisted too much. So I kept coiling my hair. In the front I would still coil, and then I got tired of it coming loose every time I washed it, and so I decided to try interlocking on my own. One person that I went to was Joyce MD on YouTube, and she actually interlocked her whole head. She did it herself, and she put interlocks in on her whole head. They were very small, and I liked how she taught how to do it. So I just did it that way with my hands. She used a tool, and I didn't really feel like using the tool, so I just used my hands to go in and out. And if you need information on that, I'll link the video in the description box or on the screen. So what did I learn between getting my locks installed and now 3 months later? I learned that there are 4 stages to the life of locks. The first stage is starter locks, and that's when you get them installed. They're still coiled, they're still new and flat to your head. The second stage is budding, and that's when your hair starts to form in the middle. It starts to get tangled, and it happens in the middle of the lock, which is really weird to me. I was really pondering on that, see why it buds in the middle instead of at the root or at the end. Because it can still loosen up at the root, like it can unravel at the root when it buds. My hair is kind of in a budding stage, between the budding stage and the next stage, which is the third stage, teenage stage, and that's when your hair is more or less locked and is not really going to unravel, but they're still short and they're kind of sticking up all over the place. I'm not sure exactly why they stick all over the place. Like sometimes I might have a lock and it looks like this. And I'll stick some pictures in. I had to kind of wet my hair so that sometimes it'll lay down. Like, it was sticking all over the place before I took a shower. So I wet it, and that's probably why it's frizzy right now. And I don't know what to do about that. Like, I don't know how to make this look unfrizzy. And you see this right here? This is about to come off. I'm about to snatch it off. Live on video. So I had to do that a few times. Take some of the ends of my hair off. And even my mom, who's had her locks for 4 years, she has to do it sometimes too. Other ones in my head though, like I told you about this one, which it was locked down here, but the rest of it was loose. Some of them were like the other places in my head, so it was like a lot of unraveled / new growth, and I just interlocked it. Just went on ahead and interlocked it. It didn't take that long. It did take longer to do it. It takes me like 3 hours to twist my hair, which is not good. I think since I was interlocking, it took a long time, but I'm going to try to go faster because I was watching this video, and I'll link her in the description. She twisted her locks. Obviously, they were already mature locks. That's the 4th stage. After teenage stage, when it's sticking all over the place, there's the 4th stage, which is mature locks, and that's the long uniform locks that lay flat. But she twisted her hair in less than 20 minutes. It was like 19 or 18 minutes, and I was so jealous. But I'm going to try to get it down to an hour. Going to really work on that. And I'll talk about my my lock care routine and my retwist method in another video. But that's about it. Some people know how many locks they have. I don't know yet. I wasn't really counting, and I didn't really pay attention to that. But I think I want to find out. So I'm going to count one day. I didn't find out for today, but I'm going to do that soon, and I'll let you know in another video. But I'm enjoying it. It's super easy. Just put on some makeup. A little bit. I do my eyebrows, and this is my dog. You see him? Being real disrespectful. Some lipstick and some mascara. I'm not really a makeup person, but I try to look my best, and putting on a little bit of makeup is part of me looking my best, so I can feel my best because I'm loving myself. Getting my locks done was a part of loving myself because it took a little bit of stress out of my life around my hair, and I don't want to stress about my hair because I see other people and they don't stress about their hair. So I needed to figure out how I can not stress about my hair, and locks is doing it for me so far. Also, I just have time for other stuff. I used to wake up earlier so I can do my hair, but now I wake up a little bit later since I know I don't have to do my hair, and that's a shame because it gives me less time to get ready. I'm trying to work on my mornings so that I have time to think and do a little bit of exercise and write in my journal. So you know, that it's I'm doing a whole life transformation, and I'm loving it. I'm loving the journey because that's a part of the transformation too, the journey. So if it's your first time, or if you're a newly locked person and you have a little experience, or your experience is similar to mine, or you have some answers to some of the questions that I have, like my scalp right up front, or my hair coming off, like I just pulled that piece of hair off, the frizz, keeping my hair moisturized. That's another thing. Just, I guess, making my locks look moisturized. Some people say that they moisturize their scalp and then kind of rub it onto the lock, but don't put the oil, they use oils on their locks. And I'm like, why? Because my locks look dry and I want my locks to have some moisturization too. I don't know. But I think it's a do what's best for you type of thing. I don't know. I'm new. But leave your comments in the comment section and let me know your journey. Give me some advice. And I will see you in the next video. I'm going to be talking about my hair care routine and the products that I use to lock my hair and retwist it. Okay? Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button if you like this video. Please share and subscribe. Duh. Bye. Thank you so much. But while I was trying to be the Diesel, absolutely not. No. No. Sit down. Hush. Shh. Come on, sit down. Sit. Sit.